Hello, welcome back to No Man's Sky Resources, and today's video is just a quick one to explain exactly what expedition mode is and how it works. So, basically, when you start a new game, instead of going to normal, creative, survival, permadeath, instead of that you click on expeditions and you come to this slightly different way of playing. Now, instead of going through the main story like you usually would, I mean, you've still got access to the Atlas path and the space anomaly, but instead of the Artemis path being there, you've got expeditions instead. So whichever expedition it is, I'm currently on the very end of Expedition 2 Beachhead as I'm filming this. And instead of following the pattern of the story, what you have to do is you have to fulfill certain milestones, and they will give you items that would usually be quite difficult to obtain throughout normal gameplay in other modes. The idea being to unlock all of each phase. You can see here I'm on phase 5 and I've still got some stuff to do there. Sometimes what those actual milestones are will be encrypted like they are on this one, and for each phase that you complete, so it's doing simple stuff most of the time. Sometimes it's more difficult than others, but for each phase you complete you can gain access to something specific down here. Claiming these rewards here gives you them in your expedition save, but you can also claim all of those rewards. Oh, I forgot I haven't got my fast moving mod thingy on. It's not working at the moment thanks to the newest update, but you can come here to the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion, go down to collect expedition rewards, and they're listed there. No matter what save you are on, they are listed here, and if you have done the expedition in question and collected it on that expedition, then they will appear here for you to collect no matter what save you've done. Even if it's a brand new save that you've created long after the expedition, they'll be unlocked on here if you unlocked them on expedition mode at the time. So here you can see the golden vector from expedition 1. This was the main reward. I can start a brand new save, come here and collect that and use it as my ship if I really want to. Okay, here we have something important from this second phase that I'm about to start using when I record my next video about the second part of this second expedition. So it's all available here if indeed you have done the expedition mode. So let's open this back up. So you'll always have these 5 phases, and the rewards will be different each time, and different for each phase as well, but a lot of the time some of what you're unlocking is stuff that you can otherwise unlock in the Quicksilver Merchant for Quicksilver, but by doing it this way in the expedition they're permanently unlocked, right? You will be able to claim them on any save without spending any Quicksilver, because let's face it, at this point starting a new save and trying to gain enough Quicksilver to unlock everything is basically impossible because there's a lot of stuff. So that's Sparse Horizon Helmet that I've unlocked there. I can go on to any save now and unlock that completely for free because I've unlocked it on expeditions. As you can see, there's lots of easier stuff on this particular expedition, as this is a shorter expedition. They differ in length. This one is only 2 weeks long. My god, they even gave us a major clue there. Okay. Yeah, basically nice easy ones about visiting different planet types, learning different words, you know. So these ones in phase 2 are a lot easier than they were in phase 1 until you expedition 1 even, until you get to phase 5, and then this got a little bit more complicated, as the other 2 videos that you can watch about this expedition will attest to. But phase 1 usually is really simple. It's just a case of reaching your starship, lifting off the planet, going to a different system. In this case it was in the capital ship. In the first expedition it was just your normal ship, and then reach a rendezvous point. You know, it's really simple stuff like that that you will naturally do. You do not have to do them in any particular order. If I had gone to a toxic planet while I was still working on phase 1, that's fine. It would have unlocked that one and I could claim those rewards straight away. Right, so just because they're set out in these phases does not mean that you need to do them in order of these phases, with the exception of when it's stuff like this that's encrypted. This one, acquire the myth beacon. As soon as I acquire the myth beacon, it will decrypt that one, so I'll know what I'm doing. Okay. Other stuff to cover then about expedition mode is that you will start with totally random different things. So your slot count, bearing in mind this is I've played this expedition for a while, so it's all changed, but your slot count will be a little bit different each time, just slightly differently laid out. Your starship will be different. Again, I've claimed the golden vector again on this expedition, having earned it in the first one. Your tool will be random. Now this is the tool that I started with on this expedition. I haven't bothered changing it. Again, some of the rewards are multi-tools. Do yourself a favour and do not buy new ships or multi-tools when you are doing an expedition, because some of the rewards will struggle to unlock if you've already got them. Same with the Quicksilver stuff. Don't buy any Quicksilver stuff on expedition mode, right? Don't go out of your way to buy anything, because the stuff that you are awarded, if you already have it, so right there for example, heroic pose, if you've gone and bought the heroic pose from the Quicksilver merchant here, not the expedition rewards but the exotic item stuff, if you bought it already, then it's going to struggle. It flat out will not let you claim it because you've already got it, and the game gets confused. I'm sure they'll fix that problem at some point, but there as well you can see it awarded me a starship. And if we go to different phases, you're going to come up with similar problems, especially with these final rewards for each phase. Sparse Horizon helmet, I could have already bought that, and then I wouldn't be able to claim this one right here. Phase 4, I think is all the armored point. Yeah, all the armored stuff. Can't claim it if you already own it. And these final bits to claim on each phase are really important, because on this final phase you need to collect all 5 of them to get the final reward down here. Okay, and the final reward is what it's all about, what each of these are all about. So if you've not been able to claim these particular rewards, then you've kind of screwed yourself over, unless you're on a PC, in which case you can use save editor to make your save file forget that you know particular things already. Alright, so just delete heroic pose, just delete the Sparse Horizon helmet, and then you'll be able to claim it all over again properly. What else? What haven't I covered? Oh yeah, sometimes you'll start with a freighter, like we did in this particular expedition, but sometimes you won't. It's worth sort of just focusing on the expedition milestones themselves and not trying to do too much else. And I'm just going to go out into the galaxy map now to show you about the different waypoints that you have to visit. Some of the milestones you might have noticed there, usually the last one in each phase or the first one in each phase, say to visit very specific waypoints. No, rendezvous points, sorry, is the terminology I wanted there. Now as we all start in the same system on expedition mode, and let's get down to, oh, it's not going to let me now because I've already done it all, but you might notice at the bottom there is expedition route. I can't get to it because I've already done all of the expedition route, but it will automatically select that if you haven't visited all 5 points. Let's see if it will highlight one if I actually select it. No, it won't even let me select it because I've already done it. Alright, well whatever, it will. I'll try to refilm this video when there's a new expedition, that will probably help. But yes, it will highlight the route to, just like this is doing to the galactic core, it will highlight the route to each expedition rendezvous point. When you get to that system, it will, I mean, there'll be an icon here anyway that very clearly shows that it's the right one. But when you get to that system, it will highlight an icon on one of the planets. Go follow that icon, and then bring up your visor thing. So I'll just land on a random planet to show you that. Basically, where the icon marks it, just like everything now after the first expedition update, it's not the exact location. Okay, so if I just land randomly, now you'll probably find that you'll see stuff like this, which will help you these communication stations, which will help you find the specific location anyway. But what you want to do, in fact, have I just landed at the specific? No. Open up your analysis visor like this. We go over to target sweep mode if it doesn't do it automatically, which it probably will, and you'll find those bits on the left and right there. They'll be flashing to show you. So if the left bit flashes, go this way. If the right bit flashes, go that way. You'll also find there'll be an audio aspect to it, so you'll be able to hear if you're facing in the right direction. And it will only ever be about a maximum of 1,500 U away. So for reference, let's go back a bit. That's about 50 U. Oh, there we go, 45. Right, about 50 U. Okay, so yeah. Buried technology module over there is 363 U away, so you won't have too far to go, and in all fairness, most of them have been really obvious buildings like portals that are quite easy to spot from your ship anyway, so you might not even need to use your target mode. But basically, when you get to that location, it will automatically complete this, and you just go onto this. It'll have instead of what you're seeing now saying milestone complete, it will have a little box there saying collect reward, and you just click it and you get the reward, in this case 1,000 nanites and the historiographical dosimeter. That's a difficult one to say, which I needed to do the next step. In this case it gave me 600 nanites and some living slime, but the rewards vary drastically. There you go, a bunch of upgrade modules which make the rest of this expedition easier. Which brings me on to the last point then. The expedition modes, each time that these expeditions are obviously a limited time period to complete them. In this case it's only 2 weeks, but the last one was 2 months, so you know, it can vary. When that period of time is over, your save doesn't just disappear, it converts into a normal save. So if you've made so much progress on this that you want to continue it as your normal save, then you can do that. It's perfectly fine. And like I say, the main rewards, so stuff from down here, the phase rewards and the final reward, so anything that's listed on this final page basically, that is all claimable on any save, no matter what, if you've unlocked it, if you've done all of these. So at the moment I've unlocked phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. I can currently start a brand new save and gain all of that stuff completely for free. Okay, but I can't currently gain that stuff because I've not completed phase 5 yet. Can't complete that one yet because I've not claimed it here from this button yet, and I can only claim it here from this button once phase 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 are all complete. Alright, once that says phase is complete, 5 out of 5, I can press this button here. That little logo will change to something slightly different, which I'm not going to ruin the surprise for, and you will get the rewards from that. Which, right there it says, that's too much of a clue about what the real reward there is apart from those titles. So it won't necessarily list all of the titles when you hover over that, or all of the rewards, sorry, because some of the rewards are spoilers basically, so it's a secret until you actually unlock them. I think that's just about it. I don't think there's much more to go into. Just know that every person is following more or less this same route. There will be some milestones that say go discover some new systems, I've just messed up my controller. There we go. Let's say go discover some new star systems, in which case get off this route. Alright, go in a random direction and you'll find them quite quickly. You'll find planets, solar systems that have not been discovered by other people. The later on you leave it to start, obviously, the harder that will be, because people will start discovering other systems nearby. But pick a direction and go in it, and it really won't be long before you come across an undiscovered system or two. Then, when you're ready, come back to finding the milestones. If you really want, you can speed run, sort of just going straight to each rendezvous point. I keep saying milestones instead of rendezvous. Yeah, so go to each rendezvous point if you really want before even attempting anything else. You'll probably find you'll complete a bunch of other stuff just as you're doing that, and then venture off into the galaxy into random directions. It's up to you how you want to play it. You can, just like the normal game, outside of the main story of the normal game, you can play however the hell you want. It really doesn't matter. But you do need to complete every milestone to complete a phase, and you do need to complete all phases to get the final rewards, and you need to click on there or you won't get it. Side note, you'll see some writing at the top of these things. That sort of writing is also appearing everywhere on the anomaly, and some of it's been there for a long time. It is a translatable alphabet. I've got some information about that on the website and the Facebook group. Please do have a look. We are still missing, I think, 4 different letters, so if you can help us figure out what they are, please do. That's almost definitely it. So thank you for watching. I hope that brief rundown gives you an idea about what expedition mode is and how to do it. Just in case you didn't catch me saying it at the start, the way to access this mode in the first place is to start a new game. Okay, so from one of your 5 save files at the beginning, if you click to mode select, you get play game. Mine are all taken up, but if you press one that's not taken up, if I can get rid of that creative save, that solves that. Let's do that. I think it's a brand new creative save that I don't need. Right, so new game right there. You'll come to this screen right here, pick the community expedition and just hold it down and it will start a new save. I didn't mean to actually do it. Well, let's go for it now. I suppose I'll show you what sort of starting stuff you start with. You'll start on the same planet as everyone else on this mode, which is not true of any other mode. There we go. You'll have to do your initialization like you do at the very beginning of the main story in any other mode, so you just have to be patient for a few minutes while it runs through this rather annoying yeah. Now, there are videos showing me doing each of the expedition phases for both expeditions so far, and I will keep doing every expedition, so there will be videos for all of them. Please do go check them out because they will give you a much clearer, much more in-depth guide as to what these expeditions are like, but I just wanted a hopefully short version for this video. So you'll all start each expedition with the same multi-tool, but it will present differently. So if I go to that multi-tool, these slots will be in different places for everyone. I've got the advanced mining laser here. You might have something different. You'll get a random X or S class upgrade. So there I've got an illegal mining beam upgrade. You might have something totally different. Don't know. Alright, but it's a little randomly generated within some set parameters. In this expedition it was the nano inverter Mark, what's that, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, Mark 18. Damage potential and scanner range is going to be randomized a little bit as well. I've got a random freighter again. This is in a slightly different configuration. I mean, it's mostly the same, but slightly different configuration than it was the first time I played this expedition. Technology slots happen to be in the same arrangement there, but they might not necessarily be for you. And again, these stats are a little different. Yeah, slot configuration a little bit different, but the same starting stuff there. Totally different upgrade I started with there than the first time round. and I got the airburst engine there instead of I can't remember which, but you might get one of the other normal upgrades, tech upgrades instead of that one. Same with the North Stimulator, you might get a different one. Same. Starship, you'll all start with the same starship with different stats. You might have a few differences here and in the slot configuration, and same here. You'll have a random starship trail or bobblehead. So, you know, everyone starts more or less the same as each other with some small differences. You'll all begin on the exact same planet, in the exact same star system, and you'll notice that all of the main ones that you absolutely have to visit are discovered by Hello Games, so that there's no arguments about who discovered which places first, because actually Hello Games did. So, and they'll have named each of the planets themselves. Okay. Well, each of the story related, expedition related planets anyway. Alright, so if I go over to our expedition, you see on this one I've got nothing completed yet apart from, oh no, not even that. So the first one is already highlighted to me. Once I've built a roamer exocraft, that view details will change to claim rewards, and once I claim the rewards it will change to what you saw at the start of this video there, with that being properly coloured in. That saying claimed a roamer exocraft, I guess, and this little pop-up here that's moving around now saying just the details about what I've already got. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think this video has gone on long enough, so thank you for watching. I hope that you fully understand what Expedition Mode is all about now, and if you do have any questions, drop them below in the comments and I will definitely answer them for you. Thanks for watching, bye.